How to form an LLC in Montana. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. However, creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in Montana. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. Montana has two naming guidelines to follow. 1. Your name must differ from other businesses on file with the Montana Secretary of State. 2. Your name must include one of the following words or abbreviations: Limited Liability Company or LLC. Your name may also contain the abbreviations LTD and Co. as replacements for the words Limited and Company. You can check the availability of your selected name by using the Montana Business Search database on the Secretary of State's website. If your name is available, you can reserve it for up to 120 days to prevent other businesses from using it. Note, there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. As with most states in the U.S., an LLC in Montana requires the appointment of a registered agent service. A registered agent is an individual or a company that acts as your official point of contact in the state to receive legal documents, service of process, and other official communications from the state. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other information private. The registered agent must be a resident with an address in Montana or have a business office in Montana if they are located out of state. Check out the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File Articles of Organization. Next, file your Articles of Organization with the Montana Secretary of State to officially create your LLC. The articles must be filed online, which requires an ePass Montana account. The Articles of Organization must provide the following details: LLC name and mailing address, LLC type, registered agent's name, LLC's purpose, whether the LLC is a tribal business, LLC's duration, a statement declaring whether the LLC is member-managed or manager-managed, the name and address of one member or manager, a list of members liable for LLC debts and financial obligations, along with written consent, the signature of the applicant. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement will describe your business structure, establish the individual responsibilities and obligations of the LLC members, detail how your LLC will be run. Although Montana doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening business bank accounts, and other business functions. Finally, make sure you complete all of the additional legal requirements. File an annual report. All LLCs active in Montana must file an annual report with the Secretary of State to maintain good standing. Reports are due each year by April 15. Late filing will result in a fine, and not filing by a certain date will bring serious consequences. It is important to note that LLCs must file their annual report online. Pay taxes. LLCs active in Montana must register with the Department of Revenue to fulfill various state tax obligations. This includes LLCs that collect sales tax on retail goods and LLCs with employees. You can register with the Montana Department of Revenue online using the department's transaction portal. Acquire additional licenses. Depending on its nature and location, your LLC might require state or local business licenses. To learn about local license requirements in your area, contact a city clerk or local government official in your municipality. So, to sum it up, how to form an LLC in Montana. Select a name, designate a registered agent, file your Articles of Organization, create an operating agreement, obtain an employer identification number, fulfill your legal obligations, particularly those relating to submitting annual reports, registering for state taxes, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By completing these steps, you can form an LLC in Montana. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below, as well as a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions to all things LLC.